all that mystery.
The problem. Until next time on Secret Lives, I'm Don Depp.
Good afternoon, this is Steve Murphy. Join Nancy Regan, Paul Meunier, Heather Hands, Richard Zarowski, and me this afternoon for News You Can Use on Live at 5. Coming up after Oprah here on ATV.
I like the idea of news in the morning. People get up and reach for the coffee, turn on the television set, and bang, the news is there. It's fresh.
The CBC Morning News with Bill Cameron, weekdays on CBC News World. As Audrey McLaughlin steps down, the new Democratic leadership race is on. The candidates debate the issues when CBC News World brings you live coverage of the 1995 NDP Leadership Convention, starting Thursday morning at 11 Eastern. News on the hour, information around the clock. This is CBC News World. The worst nuclear accident in history. 180,000 people evacuated, never to return. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant now lies in its concrete coffin, but how safe is it? And what's in store for the 800,000 that live in its shadow? Everything's okay on The Passionate Eye. Next on CBC News World. News on the Hour with Lauren Saxberg.
Good evening. Our top story this hour. Lucien Bouchard has plunged into his first full day as chief negotiator for a separate Quebec. The Yes side is hoping that with Bouchard at the helm, their faltering campaign will now gather much-needed momentum. Lynn Robson reports.
On his shoulders rests the hopes of Quebec's sovereignness. The burden of turning the lagging Yes campaign around is now Lucien Bouchard's responsibility.
I think it's a great boost of confidence for the people.
Yesterday, Bouchard was named chief negotiator of any talks between Canada and a sovereign Quebec. Today, he says, he will not have to negotiate alone.
Daniel Johnson va être un de mes plus fervents supporters.
Daniel Johnson will be one of my most solid supporters, Bouchard told the cheering crowd.
I have no doubt in my mind that Mr. Johnson is a genuine Quebecer, that he has in mind and his heart the interests of Quebec. And when the chips are down, he will be there with us.
He seems to inspire confidence in people. And where Jacques Parizeau sometimes leaves people feeling uncertain an economic treaty with Canada is possible, many people here believe Bouchard when he says it will happen. He's an experienced negotiator, he says. Bouchard tells them talks will begin immediately after a yes vote.
Let's think about the debt. Those creditors will badly need to be reassured.
But despite the flurry of excitement over Bouchard's presence, even some convinced sovereignists are concerned Bouchard won't be able to turn the campaign around. It's still a battle, and not one yet, he says.
Not one, but Bouchard's first day on the sovereignty tour achieved exactly what strategists hoped for. Bouchard brought with him an air of confidence and optimism that's been missing from the Yes campaign for the last week. Now pumped-up organizers and sovereignty workers believe a whole new race has begun. A race for the hearts of Quebecers. Lynn Robson, CBC News, Sherbrooke.
And Bouchard was strongly criticized today when the leader of the no side, Daniel Johnson, took his campaign to Sept-Îles. Johnson reacted sharply to the announcement that Bouchard is the Yes side's chief negotiator. He called him the chief separator.
Nommé le séparateur en chef du Québec.
Johnson told a rally that as well as being separator-in-chief, Bouchard is still being paid by Canadian taxpayers. Also today, Johnson restated the case for keeping Canada together.
A depth of feelings beyond the written word, beyond the demonstration that we can all make of what separation does in fact mean. In practice, in concrete terms, what it means for jobs, what it means for the tax dollars, what it means for infrastructures, what it means for Quebec's place in the world.
In other news, a new ceasefire in Bosnia is due to take effect on Tuesday, but today there were two major attacks on Muslim towns. Both sides are scrambling for territory, before the ceasefire. Bosnia says Serb warplanes bombed the town of Tresanja. At least 2 people were killed and more than 50 wounded. The Bosnians claim the latest Serb raid is in response to gains made by government forces. Earlier today, a refugee camp was hit by a cluster bomb, and the UN says the Serbs did it. At least 6 people were killed. It's the worst attack on civilians since a mortar bomb killed 37 people in Sarajevo last August. Israel was scheduled to release a group of Palestinian women from prison today, but only one actually got to go home. She was a teenager who says she doesn't regret stabbing an Israeli soldier 2 years ago. 20 women stayed in jail to protest Israel's refusal to free 4 others. As part of the peace agreement, Israel is supposed to release 5,000 Palestinian prisoners. It's been a busy day for the Pope at the end of his 5-day visit to the United States. His final stop was Baltimore. The Pope went to the city renowned as the cradle of Catholicism in America, then onto a soup kitchen for lunch with the needy. He also spent time with Baltimore's homeless. The Pope then celebrated Mass center field at a baseball stadium before a vast crowd. The Pope rounded out the last day of his visit by celebrating a farewell Mass before worshipers and well-wishers at Baltimore Cathedral. The big automobile makers are showing off their latest models this weekend in a most unusual place. The show is in Hanoi, and the Vietnamese are flocking to see it. The big car makers don't hope to sell many cars there, but what they do want to do is make them. Vietnam is seen as a cheap production base, and the Hanoi government is allowing the big car makers to build assembly plants. The Vietnamese were fascinated with the new models, but few will ever own one. The average wage in Vietnam is $200 a year. That's the latest from CBC News World.